What's up, everybody? I'm Dominique.
And I am Brandy, and we are your host of Hey Fave, a weekly podcast where two best friends get together and talk about everything and nothing at the same time and laugh before we do our intro. It's just,
Very true.
we do it all the time.
Very true.
What's going on across the world? What's going on, y'all?
Hola, people. I hope you're well.
How y'all doing? Yeah, I hope the same. It's hot, but we're going to keep it
At,
going.
at your house.
At my house, it's hot. It's so hot, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. So if y'all
Yeah.
see me getting shiny over here,
Let us know. Have y'all turned your heat on yet? Because I have not. They have, obviously.
I'm over here like this is why. This is why I need my own place, y'all. But I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing because the world is crazy
Yeah.
out there right now,
Yeah.
and these prices are
When,
stupid.
listen, insane.
I've already looked. Okay,
Yeah. That's
y'all don't
crazy.
know how bad I want my own place, but
Lord.
these
But
prices.
yeah.
I'm living
Let
my
us.
car.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Goodness.
Yo, so glad y'all joined us today
Absolutely.
on this wonderful episode. I hope y'all can
Hmm.
hear this.
You're a fan?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, great. If you can't hear it, then y'all can hear it. I'm gonna do it this way. So yeah.
Bless your heart.
Yes.
Um, um, yes, I thought this was on our list last week, but no, it wasn't. This is new. Have you
This is
seen?
new.
I know you have seen the girl that would not get out of the car because her date brought her to the Cheesecake Factory. Um,
I did, and it was very annoying. And I've said it before in one of our past episodes. I don't know what's going on out here in the dating world, but this makes me not want to date. I know it's not everybody. Everybody not out here acting stupid, but Cheesecake Factory is pretty good. Like
mhm.
I'm not a picky girl.
You
Okay,
are a picky eater, though.
I am a picky eater. Every restaurant we go to, I'm gonna eat the same thing. But I'm not picky in picking like, oh, I have to go to a luxury restaurant, please, for our first date. Like I don't.
It's so much. It's so much. So yes. So her argument was she didn't want to be taken to a chain restaurant for their first date. She thought she was too good to be. She was like, "You don't take someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant
She
for the
looked like
first date."
Barney.
You guys,
Sorry. She had on purple lipstick and a green dress. And
it was
it
like a
wasn't
regular
like,
one,
yeah, it looked like
a
one of
bodycon dress
those,
with
yeah,
a strap.
bodycon.
This is what it looked like.
It looked like
But
she
then,
was going to the club. It didn't look like she was going to a luxury
yeah,
restaurant.
and she
Not
she
even
made it.
cheesecake. Like,
Yeah, no, yeah, she made it seem like she well. Okay, I'm gonna finish the
I'm
sentence.
sorry,
Hold on.
go ahead.
No, no, no.
Miss Barney.
She made it seem like she just put in this all this extra effort into her look, and I don't want to say that she didn't. That's why I
She
stopped
probably
myself.
did. I'm
But
sorry.
saying, yeah, saying that like maybe that's what she thought, but like I don't think. I mean, even if she did like put in a lot and she was glammed up, I feel like it's kind of not cocky, but let's go with cocky. Like to be like, you don't take someone that looks like this
Yeah, like you
to
feel
eat.
like it. Girl, I
So
think
it's
that's
like
why I call her
feel
Barney
good
because her
about yourself,
attitude.
and I feel like that's why a lot of people their first response was to attack her look because a lot of people did come for her
Oh, sorry. I
and
don't
her
want to be
lip.
like everybody else.
They were like, "Girl, not you with this purple lipstick and green dress. Talking about you don't take." But I get
Looking
it.
like the
I,
Hulk. No, I'm just playing. Okay, sorry. All right. Barney and Hulk. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm
but
sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
but
Sorry.
I think she set herself up for that type of response when she says, "You don't take someone that looks like this," or "I put in all this work to get ready for and not for you to take me to Cheesecake Factory. My
Or just
question
to act
is,
like you was too good to go to Cheesecake Factory. Like, what is wrong with Cheesecake Factory? But go ahead, I'm sorry.
my
Hmm.
question. No, you're right. Like, especially at the first date, like that was their first date. Like, it's chill. It's not super expensive. Like, things can be pricey depending on your budget in general. But
Hmm.
most people can go to Cheesecake Factory and be straight.
Hmm.
And they got really big menu. They have way too many things on their menu, but they got something for everybody. So, like, and listen, you can you can get your entree, you can get you a good drink. Their strawberry lemonade is amazing, and then
Okay.
and then the dessert is there. You got milkshakes, you got regular cake, you got cheesecake,
The chocolate
you got
cake is
ice
great.
cream. Listen, like, I think that is a decent if you're gonna go eat, because we talked about alternatives to eating on first dates anyway.
Hmm. Yep.
If you're gonna go eat, I think Cheesecake Factory is a decent spot. Like, it's cute enough if you want to get a little cute, but it's also casual. You can relax. Like, come on. But so yeah, I think by saying that, she made it sound like, again, I'm not attacking her look. Like, maybe that was grand for her, but like, she positioned herself like, I put in all this work to get ready, not for you to take me here. My question again is like, what does someone that deserves to go to Cheesecake Factory look like? What do you
That's what I'm
mean?
saying. And then that doesn't even make it. The worst part is that wasn't even his first choice of
Right.
restaurant.
I was about to say that.
They
Crazy.
he had a whole nother reservation plan that was more upscale, but
Yeah.
because she was a whole hour late getting ready and put herself together, he had to choose something else at the last minute. And good for him for like
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
next, okay, let's see what we could do next and having things ready
Right.
because you were late.
They were leaving her apartment or wherever, leaving from wherever they met at the time of their reservation at the other restaurant. And he was like, that's why I asked, could we meet at 4 or early? So early was 4. Like, that was before their reservation time. He was like, so like, maybe we could talk and not be rushed and get to know each
Yeah,
other. But they were going to the type of restaurant she wanted to go to.
yeah.
But she made him wait. And she was
I'm
like, well, you
not
couldn't
saying
wait for me. She was like, it wasn't even that long. But he's like, bro, it was an hour.
a whole hour. You made somebody wait another hour. Okay,
So she made the bad impression first. She talking
he
about them.
he could have just went on by his day, and could have left you at home continuing to get ready in your Hulk and Barney suit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop saying it. Lord, I'm sorry. You're changing me. I'm sorry.
Hulk and
In
Barney.
your
That is
in your
hilarious.
outfits. And he could have like left you at home and went on by his day, but he cared enough and liked you enough to wait and be patient. That was a good characteristic. He's showing you patience.
Yeah.
He's showing you that he could plan and he could think on the to plan another restaurant.
Came up. Yeah, he came up with another plan. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
still nice to you, still respectful, still willing to help you out of your car, open your door. And the fact that she locked his car door so
Oh,
he
so she
couldn't
locked
open the
it.
door.
I
She
didn't know what was
locked,
happening.
that's why he couldn't get in. She locked his door. When he got out to go get her or open her car door,
Yeah.
she locked the door
So
and
I
was
didn't
talking to him through the window.
I,
I'm sorry, I was supposed to show the thing. I
go
it's
for it. I didn't understand that anyway. Like, if she knew she wasn't getting out, why she let him get out? Because he was like, okay, I guess I'll get out and get your door for you. And she's like, okay. Then he gets over there and
she
she's
was
like, I'm
being
not
petty. Like you could have
like,
told him that before he got out the car.
yes.
We gonna let y'all be the judge. I forgot we have a video, but I'm gonna let y'all watch the video. I'm gonna let y'all look at it, and y'all let us know. Uh, hold on, cause I don't hear the volume. Jesus. Oh, wait, can y'all hear that? No, y'all
No.
can't. Oh, that's why. Sorry, it was muted. All right,
Take
let
two.
me start over. Yep. Take two. Bam. You still can't hear it. Oh, here we go. Is that what's playing?
It was, and it just went away.
All right, y'all. Hold on 1 second. This is being crazy. I'm wondering why this is showing down here.
She got her hair in braids, or she had a like a wig. Oh, her hair. This okay. So she didn't have to do her hair. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, would that dress have even been a dress code for the type of restaurant she wanted to go to?
I don't even know. I don't even know. But here's a couple. You can't even hear the audio. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
But here's the lady and the guy, and this is the him coming back into the car after she locked him out, of explaining how she's not gonna get out the car because he not gonna bring her to no Cheesecake Factory dressed like that. And yeah,
He was like, "Well, can't we talk about it?" And she was like, "Yeah, let's talk about it." Oh, and mind you, she was recording this whole thing and like talking to the camera the whole time. So I was wondering if she was live or if she just pre-recorded this with the intentions of posting and blasting him. But like
yeah.
my
Or if this was a skit,
or
either
that,
way, I don't know. But
um,
it was
because
stupid
like
altogether.
you can't be like, "Okay, yeah, let's talk about it." She did not look at that man during that whole conversation,
Yeah,
and I was
at
like, "That
all.
alone is rude." Like,
Like he's over here trying to explain and understand why you don't want to eat at Cheesecake Factory and you're so worried about yourself and how the
yeah,
Cheesecake Factory is just not for you. And and people have their preferences.
yeah,
That's fine. That's fine. But to do that and have attitude or have it like yours just so much better than anybody else or whatever, when he's doing a nice gesture even after you were late and he had other plans before this Cheesecake Factory situation, that's what annoyed me. Like he was taking you to a luxury
yeah.
restaurant.
I
I
I
meant
feel
to
like
look it up, but I didn't.
what where he was planning to take her.
Because he said it in the video, but
Oh,
I yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like even that, once he explained to her like we were going somewhere nicer, but you were late. I feel like then she should have backed a little bit and been
Yeah,
like,
lightened up a little bit. Like, oh,
'cause
okay, I'm
at
sorry.
least like at least they were on the same page originally. The timing is what messed all of that up. Like
Yeah. Like she didn't even apologize.
until later, and she was like, "Well, yes, I was late. Did she say sorry about that though? Or I
I
could have
don't
been.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. But even through that whole
Uh,
discussion, he didn't blow up at her.
he was
He like,
calm.
because the moment she decided not to get out of the car and be like, I'm not going in there, they could have just been out there arguing.
Yeah.
He could have, not saying he's right. Like they didn't need to have a blow up argument, but I'm saying that is a
Yeah.
turn it could have taken
Yeah.
with her coming like with that kind of attitude. Um, Yeah, I still don't understand why she made him get out of the car though. Like if the
Yeah.
moment you pulled up at Cheesecake Factory, you saw where you were and you're like, okay, this is where he's thinking to take me. You can
Or
be like,
ask on the way or something. Maybe he wanted to be surprised, but I don't know. But I don't know.
who knows?
But
He
yeah, or
might have
ask on
maybe
the
he's
way.
like me. Maybe he was already frustrated with her being late and he didn't say much once she got in the car.
Yes. I mean, I'm sorry. I apologize though. This lady ain't say nothing. She ain't even apologize. Okay, I feel
Oh,
bad. This lady was just all about herself. And I feel like I needed to just crawl under a rock. Okay. Oh,
oh,
Jesus.
maybe he would like needed a second to cool off on his way to the. I don't know. That's just a
Possibly.
guess. But like
Possibly.
so many things. But like,
Yeah.
or she could have just like, even if you wanted it to be a surprise, she could have been like, "Oh, where we're going." He could have like either decided to tell her or be like, "No, it's a surprise." But then I feel like if he said it was a surprise and he pulled up the Cheesecake Factory, she'd have been like, "This is the surprise."
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you got some people who think those type of restaurants are, and then
oh yeah,
yeah.
that is
But
nice. Some
again,
people
that's not his fault.
at all.
That's
And
not his fault.
he was nice enough. Like after all of that, he was like, "Well, if this isn't what you want, then I guess I'll take you back home." He didn't have to do that.
I forgot what the argument was. They were going back and forth about her saying she didn't know him enough or something.
Oh, because he said he was
Um.
like, "Well, he's because he was like, she was pretty much asking like what was he bothered about. She was like, I just have certain standards, blah blah. He was like, well, I too also have certain expectations
Mhm.
and ideas, blah blah blah, and things I expect to be for to take someone to that kind of a restaurant. He was like, I expect you to be like
Oh, that's what it
polite
was. Yeah.
time. He's like, you didn't even want to walk with my arm. And she was like, well, I don't know you enough. He was like, understood. That's understandable. He was like, you didn't want me to come to your place to pick you up so we could leave on time. She was like, well, I don't know you enough for that. And he was like, I understand. But
That's
then when I tell you
understandable.
what time to be ready, but so he was like, yeah, I get that. But then when I tell you like where we need to leave at a certain time, then I expect you to at least show up and be ready at that certain time as well.
Right.
Yeah, I think those were the two. It was like I didn't know you enough, which I agree. For you don't need to know where I live yet,
Yeah.
or oh, he was like you didn't invite me up to wait or something. Like you just left me outside waiting. It was something like that,
Yeah.
which both understandable. I don't know you.
So
Sorry,
I'm
sir.
thinking, like, did he pick her up from the
I'm
house?
thinking he
Uh,
picked her up. He just
okay.
had to wait outside for an hour.
Okay. Well.
Um, my yeah. But yeah, so like I get it, if you didn't want to touch, but even with that, like he expressed his expectation, but he also understood the we don't know each other, so I understand. He's like, but I think his main point of frustration, which I understand, was he had to wait a whole hour, and it kind of just ruined the original plan. And then
Yeah.
he saw her as ungrateful, pretty much, which
She absolutely was. You absolutely was, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Like I said, I don't know what's going on out here in this dating world. Speaking of, this little story came up where this girl went on a date with somebody she wasn't interested in. I guess he kept blowing up her phone or whatever, and she
Her
finally
word.
went.
Her words was, "This man been talking to himself in my inbox for like a week or something." Those were her word. Her words.
So you at first you're not even interested in the dude, but he's asking you to go to eat, and so you go to eat, and he said drinks, right? Go out
He
for
said he
drinks.
said
That's what he
drinks, not
said.
even food,
Go
drinks.
out for drinks. Okay. This girl ordered, what was it, three plates of
Four
oysters?
four
Four
rounds of
plates?
a dozen oysters. Now they were on sale. I think it was like a special. They were $15. It's
Yeah.
still a lot, but they were $15 platters for whatever day she picked to go to this restaurant before.
It's that's crazy in the first place. Well, I don't like oysters, but um in her doing that, in the midst of her doing it, they did get drinks, but he left. He left her with the tab at the restaurant, and she complained about it and recorded, of course. But I feel like that was super disrespectful. Like, yeah, you're gonna pay for your plate because
She's the only one that
that's not
ate.
what we. Yeah, and then you ate all of that, and then the way you was eating. I mean, I'm
Ah,
actually surprised that you were able to watch that because
it drove me nuts.
the way that she was slurping at the table, like who? Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
It was so much
no.
because she kept slurping. Then she, this is
Yeah,
good.
like she was making.
The slurping didn't bother me as much as I could also hear her chewing, and that's when I was like, okay, time to turn it down. I can't.
Like she was
Um,
being very extra. I don't know if she was trying to turn him off or make him not like her, but I don't know if you were not interested in the first place, don't
let that
go
alone.
on the date. Don't waste that man's time and don't waste your own time. If you're not interested in him, I don't care if you hungry and want to go out. No, because that could have turned into something else. Like y'all know people crazy nowadays and people not playing games nowadays. People are being stupid. And yeah, I don't think people don't be thinking
No, or they
before
think
doing
they're
things.
untouchable, or they think nothing's gonna happen.
It's just
Cause
crazy.
like
Like,
her words were, "Dude's been talking to himself in my inbox," and then he today I had time. He asked me for drinks, and I had time, and I was bored, so I was like, "Why not? I can go get some free content. I can go get some content." I'm
yeah,
like, "So
some content.
you used it," and then I'm like, "If this is your content, ma'am,
This
time to
the
find
wrong
something else to
content.
do."
Now you went viral, but for the wrong thing. So I
And
guess it worked. I don't know.
she
Like,
she ordered four platters of a dozen oysters. So that's
mm-mm,
48. Mm-mm. 12,
disgusting.
24, 36, 48. Yes, 48.
You know I ain't gonna know.
48 oysters alone. But then she also ordered like an entree
Yeah, she got something else. I'm like, girl, you was real hungry. Have you eaten in
and,
days?
and
Like,
some drinks. And he had a drink, it looked like. Even if
yeah,
he had
that's
a
what it look
couple,
like.
he had drinks like he asked her out to. And she had all the food. And then he excused himself to the restroom and didn't come back.
And never came back.
But he offered to cash app her for his drinks.
He
He's like, "I can
did.
send you the money for the drinks." But I'm out. So
And I don't blame him. Shoot. I don't blame him.
uh,
Cause first how
uh,
you sound and then you slurping and then how you eating and then you just use me. Yeah, I'm
you
out.
just used that man and thought you were gonna run that tab up.
I'm out. Send me a cash app.
Yeah, that was very. It was inconsiderate. It
It
was,
definitely.
and I don't
That's crazy.
understand. Like, and she was just baffled. Now I also heard people was asking if that one was a skit too, but I don't know because she ran up a tab. It was like 100 and something. Um, People were coming at her about how much she tipped, but she came back. I was listening to something today, and they said she actually, because they were like, and she ran up that bill and only tipped $11. They said she posted another video and was like, no, she did her tip in cash and card. So I think she only
Oh.
put the 11 on the card, but then she put like 20 or something in cash. She put
Oh.
more money.
Well, I'm
But
glad you
then
had
I'm
some
like,
money, honey.
yeah, and that shows why. Listen, you should be prepared to pay
You
for
should
what you are
always.
ordering in all of these
Absolutely.
cities. Because you think you just gonna run up here and order stuff that you wouldn't normally pay for, and then you sitting there looking crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't, yeah.
Because they
I'm
wonder
not.
why. They wonder why. Like,
Why we
do
can't get along now? Like why? We don't like each other right now. Like some of us, it's not all of us out here. Please, please, I'm gonna talk to the men. Okay, we don't all act like that. There are some good women out here with some sense. Okay, women. There are some men out there with some sense. Okay, don't most look, I'm starting to think most of these things are skits now and people just want
I hope
attention and
so.
want views.
I hope so.
But y'all
Because
making us look really bad.
people really out here acting like that. Like, just in general. Like,
Yeah, I hope that's not the case. I hope all of these are skits. I hope they are all pranks. I hope they are skits and the world is actually doing pretty good.
right.
The
But
world.
when you look
Oh,
at the narratives and stuff being posted and talked about all the time, somebody out here, the only reason these skits even come to mind is somebody is out here like
somebody's
thinking
doing it.
that that's okay, and they're out here doing it. Like, the idea is coming from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is insane. So like whether hers was a skit or whether either of those were skits or not, I feel like the first one might not have been. Well, I don't know. The fact that she recorded the whole thing facing her
Yeah.
could seem a little skit-ish. I don't know. But
We don't know
either
what
yeah,
anymore.
you
It's
never know.
crazy.
You never know. But I don't even remember the point I was making. It was
Y'all
like
stop
whether
acting
they are
crazy.
whether they are skits or not. I don't know where I was going. It's
Well, you
gone.
shouldn't. You shouldn't want to put that out there
Yeah.
anyway to make it a stereotype on us that that's how we act as a
Yeah.
race, as a female on both sides. Like I don't know, people don't care. They want the views. They
True.
want the views,
And
and it's crazy.
it's the same with the stuff people decide to say on these podcasts and stuff. They just because they say stuff that aligns with both of the habits and activities in both of those videos, like
Yeah.
or they're just giving people more fuel to bash them on
Yes.
these podcasts and whatnot.
Yes.
And
Now I
and
try to control my lips. Um, I do. I do. I be trying.
there's all kinds of
I do.
ideas.
I do pretty good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, we don't want to be that
I don't
podcast.
be reckless now. I'm never. I don't think have I been reckless. I haven't
I
been reckless. I don't think.
don't think so. Nah. But yeah, it's just crazy. People need to treat like even just outside of dating, like that's just rude and inconsiderate. You should
Uh,
treat people better.
Look, let me tell you something. Please, y'all. Who who's out here teaching y'all? Like, where are y'all learning this from? Like, let somebody talk to you or something. I don't know. Like, it's getting really weird out here. It's getting really weird. I don't
People
like it.
are weird.
I don't like it.
People are weird.
Y'all gonna make us just not date nobody. We just gonna be like, you know what? Forget it.
Lord.
We just gonna be to ourselves.
Mm.
And more money for me. I don't have to remember no birthdays, no Christmas presents, nothing. Okay, I can go on vacations by myself. I can call Dominica. Hello, girl. Come on, we going to
I will
Dubai.
go. I will
Let's go.
absolutely go.
Best friend trip. Like for real,
We'll be
because
independents.
y'all making it weird out here for people to date. I promise you. Golly.
Speaking of weird, is it weird? Yes, it's weird. That
Yeah.
lady you sent me this. This
Girl.
lady called off her wedding because she found out her man didn't always only like women's.
Yeah. I would play the video, but they're both going off on each other and there's a lot of profanity. So,
You don't want to get flagged or
yeah,
nothing.
she called off her wedding because she found out that her boyfriend days before their wedding, her
That's
fiance,
what I was gonna ask you. It was days before the wedding.
days before their wedding, that he had been with other males. And now he didn't say one, and it was an accident. And, he said that that's what he was doing back in college. And he's now grown and he's a changed man and he doesn't do it anymore. But she is fed. She's just like,
She didn't
absolutely
want to hear
not.
it. She didn't
She's
want to hear
absolutely.
none of that.
Yeah, yeah. And he brought up the question of, you didn't do that when you were in college? Like, how many bodies do you have? Like, it was throwing some low blows at each
Oh,
other.
like I don't think the question is how many bodies. It's the same sitch is what the problem
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So I
She wasn't
mean,
trying to hear it at
so
all.
was she wrong? Do you think the issue was that he was with other guys or that he didn't tell her until they was about to get married? Did he even tell her? Did she find out from somewhere else?
That's another thing. I'm like, oh, how did this even come about? Like, did you get scared that she may have or is about to find out something? Did you just come out of the blue, like, you know what? Let me tell her all my secrets and tell her now, days before the wedding.
That's crazy.
Uh, like I don't. We don't know how that came about.
Yeah.
We just caught it at the end of them arguing, and she was over it. Um, I.
You think the issue was both, or the guy
I
thing?
I think she was upset at the fact that he did it.
Okay,
That was a thing,
understandable.
in
Like,
my opinion.
yeah.
I need her to do
Um,
another video and let us know. Give us
like
an update.
exactly why she called it off.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I feel like, yeah, it. So he's like, it was in the past. Get over it. Okay, first let's. I'm
yeah.
trying to
Let's
think.
not do that. Let's not say that. Let's
Um,
not like
but
like
should
disregard my feelings and why
yeah,
I'm angry.
but should he be able to move on after having a past? Should he be able? Should he be given that chance
Yeah,
to?
he should.
Um.
I think he should. I think he should. People, all of us have a past. Okay, we all
Mhm.
have a past, and everybody deserves a chance to start over. If
Okay.
you have truly like really changed and you absolutely don't do it anymore and
Mhm.
whatever you've went through the phase and you're over the phase, um you absolutely it what annoyed me in this situation is the fact that you're telling me days before our wedding, why didn't you tell me in the beginning of our relationship to then give me the option to decide whether I want to continue with this before my feelings are all the way in this and that we are engaged and now, and then on the other hand, it's like people have a problem when it's like once a guy sleeps with another guy, it's like, oh no, you are forever.
You are gay, have
You
been,
are
always will
gay.
be.
Always, forever, and ever, and ever. You are gay. Period. And
Yeah.
like when a female does it, it's like, oh, okay, that was cute, girl. That
Yeah.
was
Oh,
cute.
it
Oh,
was just a phase or just
it
an
was a
experiment or it
phase.
was just
Yeah.
something for fun.
Yeah, I just
Or or
experimented.
some guys actually encourage it. Like they like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it again. You know, let's invite some more people.
So yeah.
Um, so I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair that ladies can get away with it, but men can't. Um,
So
but
okay.
yeah,
Is that the same as a woman's body count being held against her? Because they will do that versus a guy. So I feel like those might be on the same, more
it
of on the,
is
like
because
if a dude
it's
does
like
anything with a dude or anything suspicious at all, you side
it's
eyeing
like
him, and then you hear any high numbers, high counts on the female, and then it's like, wait, you are
you are
started
forever
this, and you
a
always have been and will be.
you belong to the streets forever. Okay, I can't marry you. Okay, you can't turn a blanket to a housewife. No, yeah, it's the same, and it's not fair. It's not
Oh,
fair because guys have all these bodies and they're looked upon as, oh, they are the man out here. And ladies are just looked at as,
that's
she's for the
crazy.
streets. Leave her in the streets.
That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
So that double standard is in both of those situations. So body count, dudes can have a high one, chicks can't.
Mm-mm.
And then same sex, girls can do it in some cases because some you get the same on both sides.
Yep.
They got the same view on both sides. But in
Mm-hmm.
other cases, the girls have more leniency when
Yep.
it comes to that. And
Yep.
then dudes, they can't do nothing.
Don't even think about it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not fair. It's not.
I think,
It's
yeah,
not
no,
fair at
it's
all.
not. It's not.
It's not.
Um, I do think though he was wrong in not telling her ahead of time. Give her the opportunity to decide whether or not.
Absolutely. And then telling her after she's saying that the wedding is over, oh no, you're gonna marry me. We're getting married. Like you're forcing her now to
Like
marry
how
you.
though?
Like, oh no, we're getting married. It's not over. This video is crazy. Okay, it's yeah. But after telling her that, she was very angry, and it's like he disregard. I mean, they both disregarded each other's feelings, and they
Mm,
took low blows. Um, but then he just became very forceful in his words of saying we are gonna get married, and I'm not going anywhere, and that's okay. You can be mad at me. We getting married,
that's
but
crazy.
she was
That's what
not
she did.
having it. She was like, no,
Especially if
no.
she already canceled all the things. Like, bro, how?
She said it's over. Well, you know I'm not. Yeah, that's a sad situation. Yeah, guys, everybody, when you're dating, and if you feel like you are getting serious, and you feel like this is something that a person needs to know, this is something that a person needs to know. Okay, let them
Absolutely.
decide in the beginning before it gets too serious whether they want to continue with you or not. At least give them that. Okay, but yeah, please let people know if that's
Now,
if you don't care about them and it's not,
or no, would
you
it
don't
have
think
been
it's
wrong if he never said anything and he just went ahead and married her? That because there's two
yeah, if he
ways. She
went
can either
ahead and
find
married
out
her.
later, or she can never find out.
That's true. That is true. But don't get married and never tell her, and then you revert back because you didn't fully. I know personally, uh, people who have who experience same sex and got married,
Mm-hmm.
and they reverted back. It was guys reverted back,
Mm-hmm.
and they had kids and everything. Both marriages had kids, and they ended up getting divorced. Now, thankfully, both ladies are married again, and I'm happy for that. But that's crazy. You now have a full family. Like you love this person, and you saw that they were like that before, and they got
Were they
married to
not?
you.
Were they not bi
I
and
don't know.
made it like clear that they were, or understood?
Don't know the full story.
Understood.
I just know that I
Because
don't
I
be in
mean,
people
I think if
business
you
like
have that
that.
information, you have to be aware that that is a possibility. But then at the same time, if this person is committing to you, you also have to trust that this person is committed to you.
Yeah,
Well, that's your expectation.
I
Like,
think
like,
one couple, the lady was she was surprised actually, like
mm,
shocked. So
mm-hmm.
that made me believe that she did not know.
Having it, yeah.
Yeah. Um. Now he out here just living his best life.
Well,
He's just
okay.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. Like I mean, y'all tell these people, please, in the
I
beginning.
Yeah, I think listen, if you want to live your truth is your truth. That's fine, but don't like loop people into be held hostage by that. Like give them all the information so they can make their own decision. Don't like
Absolutely.
pull them into something and then drop a bomb on them and then be like in your feelings when
Oh
they
my
feel some
God!
type of
Don't
way
be.
about
Why are you so mad? Oh my gosh!
it.
Be with me. No, no, sir. Cause you should have told me in the beginning.
Yeah, cuz yeah, I think yeah,
Like
more
that
than
could be a
anything.
complete turn off for people. That can, yeah. Yeah.
I think yeah, more than anything is the honesty and the withholding information or the timing of the information, the lack of communication. Um,
I
yeah,
still want to know how that came about. I'm wondering
yeah,
how that came about. Like, why are you just now telling her? Y'all have got this far. You could have just
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, did, if he told her, did he even need to tell her? Or
yeah. Like if you knew for sure that you are completely done with that. Like I said earlier, if you know that you're completely done and you never going back,
hmm
then mm,
I mean, or like you're locked in with this woman. Like, this is my wife. I'm not looking at anybody, dude or chick.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I am not encouraging y'all to keep secrets. Please
Oh yeah, no, no, no.
don't keep no secrets. That's that. Don't play with that. Tell if you are comfortable or whatever. Well, shoot, I don't know.
hmm
Because you're not
Uh,
really comfortable while just dating sometimes, but you got to be bold, honey. You just got
or
to
once you see that both of you guys are like interested or like heading towards getting it more involved,
get serious, yeah.
yeah, like yeah,
Please, please, y'all.
certain levels require you. Okay, now it's time to I should let this person know this. Like
I have a
certain
couple
things,
kids. Now,
certain
that you tell me while dating before even getting serious. I need to know that beforehand
yeah,
in
that
your
I do think
profile.
children should be revealed early on.
Can you reveal that, okay,
Children
guys?
should absolutely be revealed. Um,
Help us,
yeah.
Jesus.
So this made me think of another. I had a question. I was like, so how actors can play a role. They can play any role. We never question. So like somebody can play a drug dealer. They can play a bank robber.
Mhm.
Anything. But as soon
Mhm.
as they play a, someone gay, it's like, oh, you gay in real life. You have been and always will be. Like you can't convince me otherwise. Like
Yeah,
people get the side eyes for playing those roles, but they can play
yeah,
any other role with no problem. And I'm
yeah.
like,
Because
why
everybody
is
was definitely saying that one dude was, but he fully married.
which dude?
But then that don't matter either. But uh, what's the movie? I mean, that TV show everybody watch.
Yes,
The
yes.
actor went to North Carolina Central. That's the only
The thing,
reason why I know who
the,
he
this,
was.
this, it's the show that everybody watch. I don't watch it, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
It's about the strip club, right?
Yeah,
It's not the pimp.
yeah.
The pimp is the strip club, right?
What is that? What is
What
that
is the
show
name of that
called?
show?
I think it's a word we can't say.
Oh well, then there's that.
Y'all know what we talking about
P
with the guy
Valley.
who was the P Valley. Oh, and no, it's not. Well, I thought of the P part,
Yeah.
but I couldn't think of the P Valley. Yeah, I guess he was a rapper. I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
the
he's married to a woman, but he played from what I heard because I haven't seen it.
No, I've gathered enough from social media to know
Yeah,
what happened.
y'all be telling everything. Okay, if I really wanted to look at the show, I would already know the whole show because y'all be
I
telling
was like,
it.
I don't even gotta watch.
You
I
know,
just I get
but
the Cliff Notes version.
but what y'all was talking about, I'm like, I don't think I want to watch that. I don't think I want to watch it. Oh, that is a
um,
lot.
but yeah,
Jesus.
like full on. Yeah, like
Yeah,
relationships, and like that's in a lot of shows. I'm trying to think of another one. That is the most one that stands out at the moment because,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That
But
yeah.
like people dudes get questions or they get side eyed. But and then that might be a double standard too, because do the chicks get side eyed when they play those type of roles too, or is it just like, oh, it's just a role?
Uh, well, truthfully, I question it for
Okay,
both women and men. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know.
okay.
But
Like
I
I don't.
question it. I do
I think
on both sides.
the only one that I've known like okay, Anika. Noni Rose, Princess Tiana. She played jukebox on Power, and she kissed the girl or whatever. But like nobody has ever asked. Um,
I don't remember.
you don't remember?
I don't.
I mean, but
Yeah.
I do remember that happened. But like nobody ever questioned whether or not, or at least I didn't. Like it never crossed my mind. I was just like, oh Lord, she didn't kiss the girl. But then I was like, she just
It's
did
like
that for
everybody
fun.
don't take it that serious when it's a
Yeah,
female, but males, it's
uh,
like,
yeah, yeah. But
I
then
take it
so,
serious on both parts. So
but
it,
which is fine, you know.
yeah,
But why do we take those roles serious and question like the actor or actress's reality? But then people can be straight up now. So this is where I be when people play crazy too well. Then I start to question. Wait a minute. When they do
yeah,
it too well and too often,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like they I'm like they might be a little nuts for real.
yeah, absolutely,
But
yeah.
like people can play drug dealers, they can play murderers, and we'll be like, oh,
Cheaters,
see, and we don't even think of that.
racist.
I do sometimes side eye.
Yeah, like, how
You
comfortable did
enjoying
you
saying that
feel
N word.
saying that?
You saying that N word
You
a little
freely
too.
can say it. It's, you acting it out so you can freely say it now.
You
I be
enjoying it too.
wondering like how. Yeah, I don't remember if we talked about this, but the show, the Emancipation movie with Will Smith,
I haven't
and
watched
I forgot
it.
who the other actor was, but the other actor was a slave owner, and of
Okay.
course Will Smith was a slave,
Hmm.
and they had an interview about the movie, and they were Will Smith was stating how when they came on set, the guy didn't even speak to Will Smith. Like
Mm.
he
He went
wanted it
to.
to be like that, to have that separation, not no friendly, so we can
Mm.
get fully into that role. And then he said that after they were done filming and all that, it was like, oh, hey guy, yeah, and then they were able to
Mhm.
talk. But Will Smith, he understood like why he was doing that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh, we got that serious. Ooh.
Yeah. Like
I mean, I
I
guess y'all do
wonder.
got to do that.
I wonder did people feel some like people still love Leonardo DiCaprio and he was the
Oh
dude in Django.
in the Django. No, just saying Django. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I guess because like people saw his character, although like what he was, he played it like on the funnier side, but it's like, but he
yeah,
was still a racist and like
yeah,
slave
yeah,
owner. And like I wonder, did anybody? I'm not like speaking for the public saying they didn't side eye him. I
yeah.
wonder if they did, like, because I didn't. I was just like,
I'm like, oh,
you
funny
know,
racist,
um,
funny racist. He's an
but
actor.
it's like it's. I wonder like why is the sexuality part? And I'm not giving any judging,
Yeah,
whether who's right or wrong on their views of how they view whatever. I'm just wondering why is that the one where we
taking
see
it
it
more
and we're
serious.
like, but everything else can be looked at as just a role.
That's well. I hate to go. Well, I don't hate to go that way, but uh, just like biblically, like a lot of people look at same
Mm,
sex as a bigger sin than all the other ones, when all sins are on the same level. All of them, you lying, it's the same as that same sex, honey. You stealing, it's the same sex. Did y'all know that even like playing a prank or like doing like a joke is like a form of lying? Did y'all think about that? No, but it's like a fun because we don't, maybe I might be wrong, but I've been told that it's like a form of lying. I was like, dang, we can't even make jokes no more. Let me find that in the Bible first, and then
yeah.
I'll let y'all
'Cause, like,
know.
I think it depends on, and yeah, I think it depends on like the motive behind it.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like not malicious. You're not really trying to hold anything back. Because also in pranks, you usually end up telling them, "Oh, this is a joke." You end up telling
Yeah.
the truth at the end anyway. Like, and
Yeah.
it's not malicious intent. And listen, we could be, I could be wrong, and it
I'm gonna
really
look
could
it
be.
up. I'm gonna look it up,
'Cause,
and if I find it, I'm like, okay, y'all. We just found
um,
something. Read your Bibles
right.
on your
Um,
own.
but no, you're right. I didn't think of that. Like people do pick whichever wrong or sin they want to focus on, and they
Mm-hmm.
be like, don't sin as bad as you, pretty much. So
That's
maybe,
correct.
maybe that has something to do with it, like, or because maybe they're just like most people do have like an aversion to. They don't want to see it. They don't want to acknowledge it. You know.
Yeah.
So like and that is usually the biggest deal is where there's a line drawn is like people support it, people don't support it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but he could, but also it'd be people that be like, I don't care who you like or who you don't like, but like that, like they don't care,
Yeah.
but they're still side eyeing you, like, but I think you are. It's
I'm
like
still.
you can't, because they be like, if you gay, just say that. Like they
Yeah.
it be like, but it's
If you
not
want,
your business
it's
either.
not. It's not. Just pray for him. It's okay. Okay. Treat him with love. Okay.
But yeah, that
Respect
was
everybody.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, it's crazy how, yeah, we'll just see all of these things. And then him that being the reason their wedding was called off brought me
Yeah.
back to that. It's like,
Sir, you should have told her in the beginning.
absolutely.
Jesus. Lord. Y'all out here messing up. Everybody out here dating, engagements. Y'all just out here. Y'all messing it up for us. No, y'all not. I ain't gonna claim that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I ain't messing it up for me. No.
Lord have
Well,
mercy.
shoot. Do you want to do this other one or
No, we can. It's up to you.
shoot?
I
Let's
mean,
go.
it's some more
Let's go.
funny, or it can be. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
can end up
Yeah.
that way. I saw a post on Facebook. Do you have
Oh, I
it? Because
got the post. I sure
yeah,
do.
there was just,
Yes.
I believe it was a girl. She pretty much said this is the worst TV dad of all time.
Yeah, she driven.
Is that what that said? Carl
Uh
Winslow
huh.
is the worst TV. Okay, I had that. Yeah, I mean, and she gave her reasons why. I can try to go find some of them, but the main thing it was like, pretty much they just they let Steve run up through their house, harass Laura with no consequence, tear stuff up. Um, Let me go find it for
He had some
sure.
consequence. He was kicked out of the house a couple times.
But he was also let back in.
Yeah, you know,
Steve could just walk in their house.
yeah,
He
you're right. Who gave him the key to the house? Y'all left y'all doors unlocked. All of y'all was were not responsible.
right.
Okay, y'all left y'all doors unlocked, so y'all allowed him to do that. That don't make him no bad father.
So that's what I'm like. I don't know if he was he. I absolutely don't think he was the worst TV dad.
Not at all. I don't think so.
Um,
I don't think
let's see.
so.
Carl Winslow was a cop and had a neglected manic teen neighbor next door and did nothing about it. His Okay, they're talking about Julie. They were like his daughter went missing and they never questioned Steve.
Oh my God,
Um,
Jesus.
um, he had a
Really?
bad temper and he was a terrible communicator. Now that I don't 100% disagree with. He would fly off the handle.
He would,
And
but he would come back and apologize
but
and talk about it.
but when he
But I
was
got it.
at the height of his timber though, he wasn't trying to hear nothing. Like
You
even if
right.
the kids were trying to explain themselves, he did it was like, "No, I'm right. You being dumb. Go away. You're
Yeah.
grounded."
He's had a couple arguments with his wife too. I remember that episode where I think Miss Winslow got a
Mhm.
better job and was making more money than him. And he was being
Possibly.
really petty. Like he was so mad. He was so mad that she was taking care of everything and making more money, and he was just being really petty towards her. And she put him in his place. He
That don't
later
happen.
came back and apologized, but that's my
So
favorite. I love
I think
family
that's
members.
what was good about him though. Of course, that's how the show was structured.
Yeah.
Even like when he did, most of the times he did realize if he was wrong, he'd come back and be like, you know what? My
Yes. Right.
um so yeah, I agree. Like and I'll
Trying to play him.
people blow up and stuff.
They do.
The one
Ma'am, do you blow up? The one that made the post, Miss A.V. Perkins.
Questions that need answers. The one thing I did agree with somebody pointing out, it was like when him not checking Steve, he made his home insurance go up. I'm like, yes, absolutely, because Steve told stuff up all the time.
He did. He did. That is
Um,
right.
but people were like some were on her side and just pointing out all the things he did wrong, and then some people were defending him. They're like, the man was stressed out. He had a house full of people. His, his mama, his sister in law,
That
his
is
nephew,
right.
his
Yes.
kids. And
The
then when Steve got
whole
older,
family.
Steve moved in. Then he turned into Stefan. So Steve and Stefan,
You
like
know, had friends coming over and
that
chilling and
man was stressed out. And he was
Lord.
a pop in Chicago.
You know? The episode, and this is why I'm like, no, because he had his kids back when he needed to,
Yeah.
especially that episode when one of the cops in his
Mhm.
precinct was arrested his son for no reason, and he went and uh, my mind just went blank. He went and
Yeah.
confronted the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, so yeah, he had his kids back when he needed to. I
He
don't think
did.
he wasn't a
Cause like
okay.
even like if it
Y'all
was
tripping.
yeah, like even if they didn't see eye to eye, yeah, he was still. I think he was present. He made sure they
Mm-hmm.
had somewhere to live. He
Mm-hmm.
showed up when it mattered. He was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't always agree or communicate well, but like he wasn't the only. He wasn't arguing by himself. He wasn't yelling at himself. They were yelling back. So maybe they all needed to work on their communication.
Or something. And then one he wasn't the only one that was at it was all these adults. Ain't nobody say nothing about Steve coming in. And like I
Maybe
said, y'all kept the door unlocked.
right, right,
Lock y'all doors, you know.
absolutely.
Ain't nobody called the police to do a restraining order,
I
nothing.
mean, he's a whole cop. He could have.
That's yeah. Steve ain't care nothing about that. He like, these my best friends. This is my family over here.
Right. His parents were never there, so he found him a family that would be there.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mm,
no, he was a good father. Uncle Phil was a good father, taking in his nephew,
yeah.
and I mean he had his time too, his
Yeah.
moments too. He was a good father. Who else did we watch? Did we watch any more?
I
Was
think
there?
I watched the Cosby Show. I know people don't want to mention him, but you can't negate the
Y'all
fact
know the show was good.
yeah.
Now I didn't grow up on Cosby Show. I've seen just a couple episodes, but I watched Family Matters and Fresh Prince. That's what
Mm.
I watched. In
Moesha.
all the other shows, the what's that Step by Step. I watched
Oh, yeah, the
those.
vanilla ones, Full House.
Full House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was a bad? Do we have any bad fathers in the TV land or
I
no?
also a lot of people were talking about Archie Bunker, but you wouldn't remember. That's All in the Family. That's like
Yeah,
where
I ain't
that was
watching it.
where that's what the Jeffersons spun off of.
Um,
Um,
what's that one?
might have been right.
Uh,
Al Bundy with married with children or not them.
Marriage. That's exactly
I mean, so was
right.
he a bad father?
I don't
Like he
know.
didn't
I
like his
have to.
family, but I think he actually still took care of them,
Yeah.
and then he wasn't the best, I will say. Um,
Yeah.
but
I'm
so
gonna say.
okay,
I'm gonna
Al
say.
Bundy or Moesha's daddy between them two,
Uh. uh I'm gonna have to rewatch these shows and see what they did.
Ballot.
I did watch Moesha. Uh, I just don't remember all like a specific moment.
I don't
Uh,
think I don't know if he ever handled like the tough situations well.
oh,
Like
okay.
like he I think his take, which I mean a lot of adults is like it's my way, you do what I say, my way is
Hmm.
right. I'm
That's
not
that
trying to hear what
generation.
you know.
Hmm.
And then even so like we seen Carl would apologize. Even Phil, he was tough on Will, but he softened up
Hmm.
in the process and he was more understanding. I don't know, did Moesha's daddy ever actually soften up or become more understanding, or was he always just, you do what I tell you to do? This is the way. I'm right. You're dumb. Go away.
That's a great question. Yeah, Moesha come on anymore on anything? I might have
It's
to
on one.
watch it.
It's on a streamer. I think
I'm
it's
gonna
on
have to
Hulu.
find it.
But
Let
then
me
even
find it.
like the way he handled letting them know that Dorian was their brother and not their cousin.
Yeah, that
Because even
was.
Dee didn't know that. Like he hadn't even told his wife.
So you kept secrets. Look at you. See what secrets do.
And he
See.
was just there and he was like, Dorian, I'm not your uncle. I'm your dad. And everybody just standing there like, what? Excuse me?
That's crazy.
um, and then like the whole way, like I understood he was trying to protect Moesha from Q. Like I get it, the whole
Yeah.
you don't want your daughter with the thug, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
then didn't Q like change or like try to anyway?
I think
Um,
so. I
but
believe he
like
did.
didn't D even try to tell him like just locking her in her room isn't going to like
Yep.
make this go away?
I think
And
I remember that.
and but that was his plan, and then he was sticking to it, and then
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna say he was a trash father. I just
But
don't
he
think he
almost there.
handled certain situations.
Almost there.
It so
Yep.
he kind of took on the mindset of like which some have is like I make sure you got somewhere to live. I make sure you
Yeah.
got food. You're alive. I've done my job. I don't
Yeah.
gotta agree with you. I don't gotta like what you. You ain't got to like what I said, but you here and I've done my part. So
Yeah.
mm,
I can't think. Yeah, I'm definitely have to watch Moesha again and refresh my memory. Peter Griffin is a bad father from Family Guy.
I don't watch enough. I mean, well, I've watched it. I don't even think of him as a. I think that's why because it's
Yeah.
like
I love Family Guy. It's so good.
so.
That's
I watch
crazy.
American Dad, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. Family
he is
Guy.
terrible.
How can we watch Family Guy? Well, you said you don't watch,
I mean,
but
I've watched enough though.
oh, okay. Like they be doing so many like race. I guess because they're racist towards everybody, but
Yeah.
everybody laugh at it like it's funny. But
The same way Leo gets away with being his character in Django. It's like
look,
you find humor in it and you start okaying it, but it's like, is it really okay?
right?
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
crazy.
I don't know if it was on Family Guy or if it was on the Cleveland show when the bear and it was like a bear and then the bear was like a black man. It's like
See, that is crazy to me. That is crazy. And I continue watching it. It is so funny. I love Family
yeah,
Guy.
they do a lot of cancelable stuff for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That is all
American
these
Dad, I
years.
love them. Yeah,
All these years, shoot. Well, y'all let us know who y'all let us know who y'all think is a bad TV dad.
who was the best
If
TV dad
there's,
and who was the
mm-hmm.
worst TV dad? So we gave you your choices. Well, we said Phil, Carl, Al,
uh,
Bill
Mr.
Cosby.
Cosby.
Was Heathcliff Huxtable? We can go Huxtable if you don't want to speak of him as Cosby, but
Oh my
um,
gosh, y'all are.
you know,
But okay,
I get it, but we can't erase what he did
we
as
get it.
Huxtable. Um, yeah, I think no. Oh, and then Moesha's daddy. But if you
Yeah.
want to go further back, listen, was James Evans actually a good dad on Good Times?
Wait,
Um,
is that wait? Which one was Janet Jackson on? She got burned by her
Good
mom.
Times.
That's Good Times. I never
Yeah.
saw it. I've
Okay,
heard people talk about it. Um,
like
uh,
what was he actually a good dad or was he one of those he was present so we gave him his flowers for being that um because he was tough too. I mean the man he did what he had to do. They were poor so he had to go to work so he didn't really have time for none of the other shenanigans. But
yeah.
it's just being present and making money enough. Does that make you a good dad?
No.
um
No. Not at all.
you got if you want to go
That is not
old
enough.
you can do James, you can do George Jefferson because they actually had a kid. You can do Archie Bunker because
Yeah.
that was all of them shows that the one that was all in the family, the Jeffersons and Good Times. That was that cluster.
Proud family.
Sure. I was mad.
Look, I'm thinking of everybody.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like somebody mentioned the Brady Bunch dad.
I didn't really
Um,
watch them. I just remember the theme song and them popping up in boxes.
but
I
yeah,
didn't
so
watch
there's a
it.
lot of TV dads to choose from. The first ones we mentioned were the main ones we had in mind. But yeah,
Yeah,
let us know which one is the best one in your opinion, the best, the worst, and why for both of them.
absolutely. And y'all let us know about the other stories that we talked about. These are some crazy stories, y'all. Um, I heard that a lot of married couples feel bad for singles out here. Y'all help us then. Help us. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about the other stories that we talked about. Thank you for joining us on another episode of
Hmm.
Hey Fave. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your family and friends, and watch it back. Watch all the previous episodes.
Absolutely,
This
go
is
get caught up.
kind of like a part two. So yeah,
Yeah,
please get caught
it was
up, y'all.
just stuff we didn't get to last
Yeah,
week.
yeah,
Mm.
y'all don't have to watch the previous one. That was just a whole vent session. I don't know. But yeah, make sure y'all watch us on YouTube and Spotify. And listen to us on all of your podcast platforms. And we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye. Peace out.